You're doing Ode to Sleep, and it's Chance that whenever you lay down, you're able to process thoughts in your mind, thoughts, what you've done, where you've been, and what's happening at the moment, and you're able to think about that, and you kind of just, I wish it'd just be over. Can you, like, please leave these thoughts? But when the thought of a new day to me is hope, because you can start over again. You can say no, and you can just, you can totally wipe those thoughts away, kick them out. And that's what Tyler and Josh, they've helped me kick my demons out.
Holding on to you. To me, this song is about being in depression and you're finally trying to get control back in your own life. And if you have something that pushes you forward in life, whether that be music, God, a friend, or a family member, hold on to them. Don't ever let anything get the best of you.
Holding on to you is like my fire starter. When it gets to that time of day where I'm honestly done pushing through, this song picks me up and shows me that there is something more. Once my fire starts, there is no stopping, and I thank 21 Pilots for that every day. You guys are awesome and I love you so much.
Migraine, a recurring headache, typically on one side of your head, accompanied by extreme pain, nausea, and disturbing visions.
I chose Migraine because what this song means to me is even though we hurt and we may feel alone, we aren't. Just hearing him sing about this pain that we're all feeling makes you realize you aren't the only one who feels this way.
So the song Migraine, it is a song that gives me hope and, hope for life, hope for the fact that maybe I'm not a monster for thinking these thoughts inside my mind. I'm so grateful. I love it.
And knowing that you aren't alone can make it less scary when dealing with it and give you a sense of hope you never thought you'd feel. So thank you, Tyler and Josh.
I think it represents what it's like to have thousands of trapped thoughts swirling through your mind constantly, keeping you awake for hours and hours. The thoughts can drive you insane and make you feel stranded and alone. But in the end, it talks about how I've made it this far and I can keep going. You can keep going.
Hi guys, the song that I chose to do a commentary on is House of Gold. This song is very important to me because it reminds me of my mom. She passed away 5 years ago and her birthday is coming up on January the 21st. I love this song because I studied and went to school for my mom. She always believed in me and she was a very courageous woman who taught me a lot. Because of her I graduated college. Even though she wasn't here to see it, I know she is proud of me. I always told her that I was going to work hard to give her a good life because she sacrificed a lot for us. I always picture her in her house when I hear this song. I told her that I was gonna buy her a house one day, and maybe I'll be able to accomplish that goal. This song gives me hope and courage, and maybe one day we will live in a house of gold. Thank you.
The most significant song for me on the Vessel album is Car Radio. This is because I can completely relate to it because I cannot stand being in a silent room and hearing your song. It really calms me down and tells me, you're not insane. It's just you don't have the music with you, and you know what, that's okay.
Car radio to me is almost representing how music can be used as a distraction from the real world. And if you listen to music, it can almost take you away from your problems, but there will come a time when the music will stop or your car radio will be stolen and you're forced back into reality and forced to deal with your problems that never really went away.
I'm Samira.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
We think car radio is about getting lost in your thoughts.
He starts out scared of his own thoughts, and after losing his car radio, he finds himself lost in them.
Once lost in his thoughts, he finds himself questioning everything he's ever once done.
He talks about not really knowing the meaning of life, of not really knowing why we're here. I mean, obviously that's something that everybody has to go through at some point, is wondering like, okay, why am I here? It's like everybody has has this. Everybody goes through this at some point. So at least as I'm going through it, I know that I'm not the only one that's going through it, and that makes it a lot less stressful, a lot less overwhelming. So I think that it kind of speaks that he's saying, and now I just sit in silence, but he's screaming it. And I think that kind of represents how silence screams at you. And he says quiet is violent, and it is. It's extremely difficult to deal with. So it's good to know that somebody else out there feels that too. So, yeah.
My name's Destiny, and I want to talk about Semi-Automatic. The one lyric that he says that I always catch on to is, I'm never what I like. I'm double-sided. Because I'm not what I like all the time. I usually annoy the crap out of myself more than I annoy the crap out of anyone else. Things I say and think of, I'm just like, why? But yeah. But every now and again, I love myself, and I just... weird.
Magali, and doing Semi-Automatic. Well, to me, Semi-Automatic just makes me feel like I'm not alone, like someone knows what I'm going through, and like how you can't really be yourself in front of other people because they'll judge you. Like people say, oh, just be yourself, express yourself, but if we do, we'll get judged.
Hi, I'm Emily, I'm 15 and I'm from England. The song Semi-Automatic to me is different to the others on the album because it hides the true meaning under layers of upbeat music and happy tone and like kind of a poppy vibe, when actually if you sit down and listen to the lyrics and get into the meaning of the lyrics, there are so many more layers to the song. It makes me feel like I'm not alone and that other people put on a smile to hide how they feel inside, like I have to do every day and like so many other people have to do every day. Like, it surprises me how bad you can get and how you can pretend every day and nobody sees through that. But deep down, if you know how it feels to be depressed or suicidal or want to hurt yourself, you can kind of, that layer, the top like happy layer is transparent to you and you can see what the band are trying to get at and what they're trying to address. It gives me hope. It makes me feel like my heroes know how it feels to have to hide yourself every day.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and one of my favorite 21 Pilots songs is Screen. To me, Screen means kind of faking to the people who care about you, trying to make them think that you're okay and you don't need anything, you don't need any help, or you don't want them to even try to care about what may be going on inside of your head.
To me, Screen is talking about how we try to go in front of God and hide who we really are, and that we can't hide who we are from Him because He's the one who knows us, the one who created us.
To me, it's just don't change yourself for someone else. They already know the real you.
And that really hits home with me because I've always had that trouble with fitting in. I've always had like social awkwardness, I guess you would say. And so that just reminds me that, you know, you need to let people see who you are. And, you know, everyone has something wrong with them, so accept that.
The song Run and Go for me is a reminder that it's okay to be struggling with something, but it's also an encouragement to me to ask for help. There's a part near the end of the song where Tyler just screams, "Tonight I need you to stay," and he kind of holds it out, and for me that's just an encouragement to finally open up to someone and say, "Tonight I need you to stay. Tonight I need you to know that I'm not as fine as I seem." And I think that once we let that wall break down, we can truly start living again. Once we realize that we're not going through our struggles alone and we're not going through these battles alone, is when we can really stay strong and live on and find our purpose.
This is what fake you out means to me, that you are in control of your own life, and even if you feel scared or alone, there's other people out there who understand, and you can't let anybody else take control of how you feel and how you are, because being you is one of the most important things.
When he says, "I'll fall down and I'll break down and I'll fake you out," that to me means that he will basically trick everyone into saying and into thinking that he is perfectly fine and that there's nothing to worry about because he's all happy, but inside he's honestly really hurting, and that's how I felt and how I used to feel.
Fake You Out is my favorite song off Vessel, and to me it's about kind of social anxiety, and not just that, but lying. I have bad social anxiety, and it's helped me a lot. So thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Josh.
I really like the song Guns for Hands because I feel like Tyler's kind of addressing the fact that we all have the power to hurt ourselves, and a lot of people don't want to talk about that because they feel like it's awkward. And I like, it feels like powerful because he's talking about it and he understands, and a lot of people don't, I think. So it makes me feel safer.
Guns for Hands to me is a song that relates to all the suicidal and depressed kids in the world that don't deserve what they're going through, because other people are just so mean to them, and those people don't realize that they're the cause of somebody else's pain. It talks about how kids are fused at the wrists and how kids want to put guns to their heads and end their lives, but they need to realize that there's always hope for them.
I decided to use trees. I decided to use trees because I don't feel like I am important sometimes. I don't really like myself because of that. But when I listen to the song, or any of the songs, or interviews, I really do feel important, and I feel like I have a place. If I hadn't found this band, I'm pretty sure that I would be a lot sadder than I am right now, and I really thank the boys for that. Thank you so much for everything that you've done, 21 Pilots, and I really, really, really am happy that I found you.
I think the message, at least for me, is seeing other people dealing with what you're dealing with and wanting to tell them, I know exactly what you're feeling, I know because I've been there.
It just comes to you and saves you from all the pain, and to try and to stay alive and to not like actually do the things that you're thinking to do, that you have more to life, that you have to try.
Hello, my name is Intabi, and I'll be talking about the song Truth. It makes me feel so much less alone, as if Tyler is my friend and he's singing to me saying that it's going to be okay, that I am going to be okay. Because even though life can be so difficult, just so hard, it feels unbearable. In the morning, the sun still rises, and it's one of the most beautiful things in the world, and I don't want to miss out on that. Life is beautiful, so stay alive.